Buon tardi, público presente y nos miembros de prensa. Mi nombre es Lotte van den Heuvel, Head of Education and Programming na Cas di Cultura. Nós estamos muito orgulhosos por apresentar the DaVinci Michelangelo Experience aqui na Cas di Cultura. Nós temos duas apresentações, uma de Biana para nos escola, da 12 plus, e nós temos show para nos general public, que também para já sábado, 29 de março. With the coming for English, I'm going to switch to English because I would love to introduce Mark. Mark and I have been talking for a while to plan this, and we're incredibly excited to show this new concept of a presentation to Aurba. This is a multimedia experience. Mark is going to tell all about it, but we are extremely excited to be able to introduce Mark, so I'm going to give the word to him.
It's a pleasure. Well, first of all, buongiorno. We are absolutely, my team and I, we're absolutely thrilled to be here in Aurba. This is the furthest south we've ever been. But also I did a little investigation before I came down here. You know, it's kind of unusual. I don't know how they would have gotten here though. But, DaVinci Michelangelo, during their lifetime, never came to the Caribbean. Can you imagine? And you know what? We are going to fix that on Saturday night. Actually, on Friday for the student show and Saturday night. We have this multimedia, nonstop cinematic production. We are going to talk about Da Vinci and Michelangelo all night long. Most people know Da Vinci by the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper, but few people know that he was one of the most prolific inventors of all time. He had over 44,000 drawings, of which only 13,000 survived. They attribute to him, they say there's over 2,500 of Da Vinci's designs, inventions, and theories that we use every day in our modern day life. But the neat part about it is when I actually got involved with this exhibition a little bit over 10 years ago when the artisans of Florence brought us this exhibition from Italy. And it was actually just the Da Vinci exhibit. And they had all of Da Vinci's magnificent machines and his inventions. And he invented the helicopter, he invented the ball bearing, he invented the tank, he invented the catapult. And the exhibit exploded in the United States. We took it all over the U.S. And then finally, they said to me one day from Italy, they said, "Would you like the Michelangelo exhibit?" I said, "Well, I'd love the Michelangelo exhibit." And I got to be honest with you, I didn't quite know a lot about Michelangelo as much as I knew about Da Vinci. But the more that I found out about him, the more I found out about him and Da Vinci, that most of them, they were contemporaries. They hated each other. They were the total opposites of each other. Da Vinci was tall and handsome and gregarious, and Michelangelo was small and diminutive. And he actually said during his entire life that he hated the way that he looked. They said Da Vinci, he sang beautifully, and he was invited to all the parties of the day, and he was and he would use his inventions to mesmerize and enchant his audiences. But Michelangelo, on the other hand, was his top competitor. They were always at constant odds with each other. But what you're going to see here on Saturday night, you're going to see 146 different pieces of media. It is a nonstop multimedia event. We're going to talk about how they grew up. We're going to talk about how they hated each other. There were people that liked him, Michelangelo and Da Vinci. There are people that hated them, and we're going to talk how they interacted. But the main thing is we're going to press on is their worth ethic, number one. But number two, we are going to tie them to today. It is my job, and the reason I really wanted to come down here with Lotte to the South Caribbean, because I'm not sure how many people here have actually been able to get over there. And we wanted to bring Florence to you. For a Saturday night, we are going to bring Florence to Aurba. And we're not going to just stop with their inventions, but we're going to tie them to our artists of today and our inspiration of today. I guarantee you, when you leave our show on Saturday night, it is going to change your life. You are going to look at the world at a different perspective because we're going to be able to look at it through the eyes of Da Vinci and Michelangelo. And you know what? They were just like us. They worked hard every day. They had detractors. They had people that loved them. They had the inspiration that they gave and their reach out reaches out to us today. Many of the things that we say and do, like I mentioned before, there's over 2,500 of Da Vinci's designs, inventions, and theories that we use every day in our modern day life. But we're going to compare them to today. We're going to compare them to our geniuses of today. And you're going to be, at the end of our show, you're going to be stuck with one immensely interesting question. And I want you all to come here tonight and find this out, because we are so excited to be here.